We are the one, the light in the dark. One heart, one world, one spark. We are the one, together we rise. One dream, one voice, one sky.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Women Empowered Across the World. And this is our podcast. And I have amazing host with me today. My amazing host is Alina from Poland, um, Maria from the UK, and Chinere from US, California. But oh my goodness, her heart is in Nigeria and other places in Africa. And I'm Carol Witt, and the founder and director for YEA Global. And I am in 61 countries now inside of Mindset. It's the biggest deal. So we have our guest today, and I'm so excited to bring her on and have her share her story. Hannah. Hannah is from Sierra Leone, and we're going to hear all about what she is up to. Please, guys, get inspired by these stories. These are women that are really living their lives and making a difference and impacting many in their lives. Hannah, come join us.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Just as she said, my name is Esther Hanadol Capo, and I am a Sierra Leonean. I live in Sierra Leone, Freetown, to be specific. And I'm the Executive Director of Girls Advocacy Development Network. I'm a recent graduate. I graduated last year, December, with a first class in Gender and Development Studies. And I am 23 years old. So I started, of course, this journey of impacting life. For me, I call it a journey of impacting lives of my peers and those that I am bigger than, those that I am, they see me as their sisters when I was about to go to university during community engagement, wherein I would just visit, their school to just talk to them. One of my key aim was to just change their mindset because I live in a country where poverty, is at the highest peak. And one of the peoples that, get infected are women and girls. And I found out that a lot of women and girls are getting pregnant before the right age. I found out that they're getting, raped, brutally raped, violated, and they do not have no self-esteem and confidence. So what I decided to do was to work on myself because I wanted to be a change, starting with myself before I am able to actually inspire others. So I sat to the WAS exam, which will lead me to the university. And then I started going to schools. I never knew that in the next 5 years, I was going to have an established organization, which I'll come later. I was just trying to because I found out again, when I am talking to younger kids, they relate because I'm also a young person. Then when an older person will stand in front of them to speak to them. So I use that platform, and I'm so grateful that I was able to meet people who created the platform for me to realize my potential. They were not greedy enough not to help to empower me and bring out what I have. So I still continue with my advocacy work that I'm doing, and that's what actually inspired me to go and read gender in university. So my university life has been advocacy and schoolwork.
Oh,
I was balancing it so well because I am somebody who is eager to learn. I am passionately driven, and I'm a go-getter. When I want something, I want to go and get it. And I wanted to change the narrative in my community that as a young woman, you can thrive, you can get there, and you can be educated.
ooh,
So that was really what was pushing me, towards my goal. And I'm excited because looking back at where I come from with no support, I remember I was taxing my parents and they even got tired. I even used our sitting room as a meeting point for the girls to come where I would talk to them about different issues. Not knowing specifically, it was just blunt something that I was doing. So looking back of how far I have come and now it shows that it's perseverance and resilience.
beautiful.
Yes, yeah. So moving forward, basically, I started engaging in the space of advocacy. My country, Sierra Leone, the population is made up of young people, but it's sad to enough that they are not given the seat where they can be able to engage with stakeholders. This is where I started breaking barriers. I started showing these people that I have potential, and there are so many young people like my very self who have potential. Not to even be, you don't even need to be educator or being an expert for you to start change. So I started showing them. So I was lucky enough to be selected to advise the UN, which is called the United Nations Youth Advisory Group, where we engage the UN on youth issues. I didn't just sit as a member, but I tried to get my way into this UN agency for them to see the importance of young women leadership. I started getting fund. Yes. So because I didn't wanted to, I've started realizing my potential, building my confidence, how to lobby, how to mobilize. I need to find my niche. So I have to sit down and look at what are the really issues that are affecting girls and young women. And of course, I named my organization Girls Advocacy Development Network. I started putting my focus on leadership and confidence building. If a girl doesn't have the confidence, how could they take the opportunity? So they have to have this self-esteem. Just imagine a girl coming from a low income house, you're being trained to be quiet, to be always cooking, always in the kitchen. How would you be exposed? So this is where I'm like, I need to break the barrier here, giving girls the confidence. The
So
second thing is SRHR, sexual reproductive health and rights. Oh my God. A lot of young women and girls are sexually active without even knowing their body, their status of their health, but they're still engaging in sex. So how can we break the taboo of talking about sex? Where in our homes you don't have the mind to talk about sex. How dare you? So it was about igniting this conversation that parents could not talk to their kids. We actually talk to their kids about their body, knowing themselves, so that they will not make mistakes. Economic empowerment. How can I do my advocacy without giving girls the resilience?
yeah.
Of course, girls need to be financially independent. And one thing I used to say is that catch them young. I don't have to be 50 years to start being economic independence or when I get married. So basically, we start when they are young, giving them different skills training. Where I am currently, you know about it, it's a safe space that I have established last year. So we give girls the skills on how to, like what she was saying, sewing, handcraft, basic skills that can help them to have livelihood. Digital literacy. Most girls and young women don't even know about computers. So what I did was I established a safe space last year that we have a whole digital lab where girls will learn about different computers and also Microsoft program. And the last thing I focus on is on education. In my country, we have done a lot. We have lots of laws and policy, and I'm very proud that my voice have been in some of the policies. For instance, the Child Marriage Bill Act, which was passed last year. I was part of the technical committee with the office of the First Lady in my country to give voice to that bill, and now it's in law. So
Oh,
now we have laws and policies, yes, that are actually promoting the rights of girls and young women. So it's about how to get the girls to be in school. There's one thing, being in school and finishing school. Because most girls, they'll go in school more than even the boys, but when they reach to that level, the secondary level, they cannot continue because either of teenage pregnancy, child marriage, and sort of that. So we give girls a platform and we give them the right mindset, how to be in school and finish school. So these were my thematic areas that I focus on and I continue focusing on. Let
wow.
me talk about my accomplishments as the proud of the 25 young woman who is breaking barriers. So every year, I organize the National Girls Summit. Maybe it's something you might be interested. I create a large platform wherein girls from all over Sierra Leone can come and discuss about issues affecting them. I used to say nothing for us without us. You cannot act upon girls' issue without bringing them as I see them as experts, as professionals to talk about their issues. So every year, I have done it for 5 years. Last year was big. We had over 800 young people, both male and female, sorry, in one place, discussing about so many things.
Wow.
Yes, it was really big. And it's not only mobilizing these young people at grassroots level, but even policymakers. We had heads of agencies, for instance, UNFPA, We had Plan International, Kia, they were all there. And also government ministries who were also there to support and listen. The platform is for them to listen and they take an action. From this National Girls Summit, we were able to have a girls' call to action, which was a widespread one.
Wha-
We were
oh,
able to launch it and present it to the vice president of our country, which led to the abolishment of the child marriage bill, which is now an act.
mm,
The second thing I have done is how can I engage men and boys, young boys, in the conversation? Because when you look at advocacy, they have been left out. So, how to strike the balance? So, I also engage boys in terms of changing their mindsets and also engaging them to be male champions and leaders in the community, and then to work side by side with
mm,
girls,
mm,
not to be seen as potential perpetrators. So
yes.
now that now as I'm talking, we have 200 champions, male champions, and every year we have male engagements wherein they engage their other peers.
Wow.
and
You're
and
my
the biggest
hero. You're my hero. Oh
oh,
my
and the biggest of all is when I take the bold step to establish a safe space. I established this safe spaces because girls themselves told us that they need it. I am there. I see myself there as someone who has the platform to amplify the voices of my peers and those that don't have the platform. So I went to partners. We had UNFPA who helped us to set up a whole safe space. How I wish I can show you around where I am now comfortably working. And in this safe space, basically, we provide psychosocial support to young girls who have gone through gender based violence,
God.
child marriage, FGM, and we also give them livelihood, like the economic empowerment digitally. So you see, we have the whole lab where they can learn about computers.
Mm.
And also we have mentorship and coaching, which is something that is very difficult for women to mentor others. It is something, it's a gap. You'll be lucky for older women who has achieved to actually mentor you.
Mm.
And now that I'm talking to you, I'm trying to establish another safe space in the rural part of Freetown, so that we'll have one in the western part of Freetown and we'll have another in the rural part of Freetown where girls can meet, they can confidently talk without being scared of nothing or anybody is watching them. And we also do referral. So we also provide sexual health facilities for them, where we're partnering with organizations like Marriage Stopes if they want to access family planning. We teach them about abstinence, but as I said, most of them are active. So we give them plan B, how to make their sexual health, healthy. And I'm happy that I'm also exploring policies, how I'm able to implement policies, because public policies are fundamental, right? If we have laws that are protecting our women and girls, we're sure that we are okay. And I'm excited that, at least as I mentioned about the child marriage act, that my voice was being there and girls were able to be consulted, their voices were being heard. So far, I think I would say now is the start of my career. People say I'm successful, but I have not get there yet because I am willing to learn. I want to learn. I really want to learn, and I want to change the way how adults, people that we thought, we held accountable, has failed us, for us to change that narrative that I can be young, but I can break barriers and I can do powerful things. So for me now, as I finish university, of course, I want to do my master's so that I can improve myself. And I want to continue my impact because I believe myself and others that are also doing it is the people that the world have been waiting for.
Wow, Hannah. Ooh, ooh. Thank you. Thank you so much for the passion and the love you have for women, for young girls, for the future of women
Yeah,
on the planet. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. You have about 4 more minutes. Is there anything else you want to maybe share with us?
Oh yes, I'll
Yeah,
also say,
yeah.
part of my work, I have been recognized not only nationally. I have so many. I think these are also motivation. And in terms of saying what you're doing is really well, you're on the right track. And just this year, I received the African Humanitarian Award, which I won. I won for Sierra Leone. So I
Oh,
am seeing my best. Being recognized keeps me going, being focused, because I'm also a young person. I can be deviated. But the good thing is that I've known myself, I've known my identity. Because people used to tell me at my age, others will be doing other things. They will be partying, which is fine to have fun. But I'm very happy that at this age, I have done so much and I've been recognized nationally. So, my next plan is now, how can I influence the global world? I think we, the global world need people like me that will push them to do this, to do that, things that we think that, resonate with us better. So, as I said, I'm currently building myself. I want to network. Of course, I want to learn. As I mentioned, learning from you all that I've met today, being part of my network, how can I do it better with more strength, resilience? I know funding is a challenge, but I believe when there is passion and persevere and having a team, I also believe in working in team because for me to do it, I also have young people who I have inspired, that have also joined me, in this work that I'm doing. So yeah.
oh, Hannah. Oh, so amazing. I love your mindset because that's what I teach is mindset. It's our biggest either hang up, problem, challenge, or it can be the most amazing thing to create possibility from. And you have an amazing mindset, dear one.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we got a couple questions, and I think I don't remember who was first. Eh, was it Chenray or okay, Chenray? Okay, and ask your question. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, being someone that grew up in that part of the world, I would say kudos to you.
Yeah.
As a woman, as a girl, it is so powerful, or I would say I'm empowered by your strength and
Mm,
resilience. I teach what is called knowing your self worth. That is the first step, knowing your self worth. Because when you understand your self worth, then you can create a seat at the table, which is exactly what you are doing. Because, like you said, as girls, we have no voice because when you are a male child, you are given the opportunity to get education.
mm,
Then, as a woman, you have to fight that battle to get there. But you have taken the step, which is recognizing who you are and then being able to now teach the younger ones to follow you on your footsteps. But there's something you said that really struck me to the core, which is sexual activities. We are not even allowed to engage in that conversation. As a matter of fact, I was a virgin into my almost adult in my adulthood because of the way we were brought up. You are not allowed to allow boys to touch you. But then again, sometimes the parents forget that yes, we are being brought up that way, but there are other people that needs to be taught and educated about their body, no understanding their body. You've taken that step. You also talked about creating a safe space. That is super important, especially for girls who are not allowed to speak. When you give them that platform, then they can really tell you what they're going through, how they feel, and then you can earn their trust because trust is earned, not taken. You also mentioned something about coaching. Coaching is fundamental in everything we do. As Kara teaches the mindset, when you teach someone about not having a clear mindset, then they can think for themselves. And then, more importantly, you have added the boys into
uh,
that equation. That is superpower because when we teach our men that whatever you've seen, it's not the right way. And then you have to let them know that when you think about this girl as your sister, how would you feel if someone is handling your sister rough? Then that creates that space for everyone to collaborate. And
yes.
finally, I would like to say the National Summit. That is awesome. That is awesome. And this is where we all can collaborate with you. So I mean, I am so in awe with everything. I mean, I was taking notes. I, I was taking notes.
We
So
can tell.
yes, I mean, social justice. Because Kara, as you know, here in the US, I'm elected to serve. And I did that because there were people like me that needed a voice. And I
Mhm.
believe that if there's no seat for you,
Yeah.
you create one. So that's what I'm elected to do, to be the voice. So I'm really passionate about her work, and we want to know how we can support her.
Beautiful. All right. Alina, you have a question, and then I have one.
Yes.
Go ahead, Alina.
Two quick points. First thing is that my first thought was I have to say that because we conducted some project in Sierra Leone as Yorgas Foundation in collaboration with other partners. We sent 3 tons of school supplies. We supported maternity wards. So I have a partner. This is the organization working headquartered in the UK, but working also in Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leoneans based in the UK created this organization. So I even wrote it down to not to forget to tell you that I would like to contact you with this organization. There's my friend working there, so maybe you can join hands, and even for one of your events for National Girls Summit, it would work. The organization's name is Make Our Leaders Foundation. So I think this is really something exactly for Hannah. However, I'm not sure if Hannah is with us now.
We just lost her. She'll be back.
So I have to wait a bit with my question
Yeah, you might have to
when
wait for a
she's
second.
back. Yeah.
But oh my goodness, what an amazing guest we've had here, and what she's accomplished in being able to just say, I'm the one, and taking it on. And oh, just so
Her
inspiring.
strength is amazing.
So
Strength is amazing.
inspiring, so inspiring. Thank you, Alina, for inviting.
And she is fearless. You know,
Oh, yeah.
she is fearless because I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Because one of the things that really inspired me to create the sewing school is because girls hang out on the street, and then these big men that have the money, they just want to,
Yes.
just because of giving them the little penny, and they take advantage of their whole body,
Yeah.
which is creating that safe space, allow them to get away. When they go into learning, that once they finish their program, you establish them, they are much more happier. They're eager to go to school, they're eager to go to the training center, and then they can empower other girls, you know?
Absolutely. And education is where it starts. It's
Yes.
where it starts, because if they can have something else that they can move toward, that they can get excited about and see possibility for themselves. Oh, here comes Hannah. I knew she'd be back. Anyway,
Yes, she texted me
so
right now.
what she's up to and what she's doing is so amazing, and for so many people that she's done this for. Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
So let's bring her back, and we just have a few minutes, but Maria, go ahead and ask your question, and I'll ask mine, and we can.
Okay. I just want to ask very quickly, because she did actually you're absolutely amazing. I can't see you on the screen,
Oh,
on my
she's
screen
not
at least,
she's not here yet. Hold on.
okay, but
Um,
I want her to know that, I
Yeah, well,
completely
hold on, because she's not here. So 1 second,
okay.
just we're gonna
Okay.
wait for her to appear. She's in the transition right now. It says 5 of us, and there's only 4 here on the screen, so she's coming. But hang tight here.
Okay.
I know she's got some challenges around her internet, I am sure. So hold on 1 second here. I'm going to actually pause the recording. Just on. There we go. All right. So Hannah, we lost you for a second, but you're back, and we have one more question that somebody wants to ask you. I'm going to ask you one also, and then we'll end. Go ahead, Maria.
Sorry, I actually missed when Madam Jack was talking because of the network, but I have now got a sustainable network because I came to the
Oh, it's
other
okay.
office.
No worries, my
Oh,
dear. We just
so
wait. I just paused the recording and waited on you. So Maria has a question for you. Go
hold
ahead,
on.
Maria.
Let me quickly. I think she
Okay.
was referencing because she lost me. She lost while I was speaking. I was saying that with everything that you've mentioned, including mentorship, that I am going to collaborate with you because I love your energy and the fact that you are just the other version of me.
Mm.
Because the things that I do, and I'm telling you, when I walk into villages, you will see elders. I mean, the blessings that they pour on you for thinking about them, just for thinking how you can help other people that are younger than you. It's really, really
Yes.
powerful. And I want you to understand something. It is not just going to be the young girls that take courage from you. It will also be
Mm.
their parents, their mothers, because
Yes.
remember, sometimes some of them cannot speak up, but they will be also be looking up to you. So
Mm.
don't only create that space for the girls, find a way to add the mother. So have a mother mentorship type of leader within your
Mm.
organization because she will not be the nurturer of everything that you're doing. So we'll stay connected and we will really I just love I'm in awe with what you're doing. And yes, I'm
Thank
happy to
you.
yeah.
Good. Beautiful. All right. Maria, go ahead. You have a question.
Okay, thank you so much. Hannah, you're a complete inspiration to me, complete, utterly. And I'm a 73-year-old grandma. And so, I think the fact that you talk about inspiring the older people too, I think is really important. But what I wanted to say was because community development is going very much around the boreholes, yeah, and clearly there is an issue of FGM in Kenya, although I know that and it would be really, really interesting to connect with you to find out what your approach is and, all of that. So I would really love to be able to pass that back to our project.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
It's something that I think, yes, I think this is something that we're very keen about. In fact, on the 6th of February, the Zero Tolerance to FGM Day, we had to bring together partners, showcasing, what should be the approach. Because my country, shockingly enough, we have a whole policy or law that is promoting anti-FGM. Unfortunately,
What?
it has been kicked out of parliament one time, and this second time parliamentarians are taking no action because they're saying that they are deeply rooted in their culture. So FGM is something that is very difficult. If you stand against it, either you will be killed or be chastised. So for us, the approach we're doing is the girls, right? Because we believe that if we work with the girls, they can be the best people to rebel. They can be the best people to say no. Because when you look at the contours of FGM, most of them they willingly go for FGM because of the enticement, the ambience that is around FGM. But when we actually use the survival based approach, those who have gone through FGM, help them to get their voice, because I say every woman and girl have a voice. They just need a platform to amplify it in them. So when we give them this voice, they are the one that we use to talk to these girls who have not gone through FGM, and those that have gone through FGM create a platform for healing because most of them are being damaged.
Mm,
And
mm.
can I say one thing that I've learned because I've been doing a bit of research about it since I met somebody called Heba Waderi in England, and the cutters are actually coming over to English, living
Mm.
rooms in Birmingham and so on. And one country, and I forget which, and I'm going to double check, but they've got
Mm.
the cutters involved in having a different income stream, and their lives are changing. So then they become
Wow.
the ones that say, no, let's not do it. So that is happening in one country, and I can't in Africa, and I can't remember which one, but I'm finding out, and I'll let you know.
Mm.
If I may add something, Maria, it's very interesting because you even mentioned it last time, but I think that we have to keep in mind that FGM is deeply rooted in the culture. It is not only about the cutters. It's
Yes.
about the parents.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
It's about the
Yes.
family. We
Yes.
can give other vocational trainings or other professional opportunities for cutters, but there will be new cutters coming if there is a need from the families to cut
Yeah.
their girls.
Yeah.
I hear
So
you. I hear you. Yeah.
the biggest work is to work with families and
And the
with
men.
religious, with leaders, community
Yes.
leaders, and religious leaders that we
Mm.
forget how powerful they are. So this is the huge challenge.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the last question is going to come from me. And my question is this, Hannah, you're a visionary because you have to have been to be able to create all that you've created. You saw the need, you saw the things, and you saw the bigger picture. In in the next 5 years, what's next for you? What more do you want to do where you can tell many people inside of what your plans are so they can get behind you, rally behind you, and support that? What's next?
So what next is actually to leave my comfort zone. That is my country, to actually extend my work that I'm doing. I want to start with Africa first before going international. Let's deal with what we have. I want to see how I can be able to establish my work in other African countries by creating safe spaces. I forgot to mention that we teach girls how to do reusable pads. We teach them how to make the handmade for themselves in schools and in communities. So initiatives like these, the safe spaces, the clinic, adolescent and girls clinic, the reusable pad, digital literacy, for them to be also established in other countries. And the second biggest thing is, how can I be able to elevate young women leaders to actually step up and start taking the spaces? Because the older people are fading away. That's just the whole truth. We need to
Oh,
step up. So it's how we're going to have, maybe in the next 5 years, having young female parliamentarians that are 25, young female ministers, even with president. I think it can happen. We just need, a recon force, a network. And if I'm going to be that person who's going to synergize that network together, then I am ready. I'm ready to develop myself and ready to go to the world. Yeah.
so beautiful, Hannah. So beautiful. I love your mind. I love your mind. All right. So, guys, if you love these episodes, please subscribe to our channel and please share them. Share them. Your sphere of influence is not ours, and ours is not yours. We're out there sharing it everywhere on our social media. Please share these episodes so Hannah's story can get out to so many more women, that they get that they have choice, that they have a place that they can go to. And please, guys, reach out to Hannah. Reach out to her. She has some real resources and support for you. Okay. All right. So, guys, if you want to be a guest on our podcast, you want to share your story and inspire many women across the world, please reach out to one of us. We're all on LinkedIn. Please reach out to one of us and say, I'd like to be a guest. And it's all about you having a platform to speak and share your story and inspire many women along the way. This is why this platform is here, is that women have a voice and empower many other women inside that voice, and to know that you are making a difference with your voice. So
Yeah.
thank you, Hannah, for today. What an
Thank you.
amazing episode. What an
I
amazing.
wanted I wanted to give them the love clap.
Yes.
So I'm a young person, so I have to give the energy. So the love clap goes like this. Ah, 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 mwah, mwah, mwah.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I hope it goes viral.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, the love clap.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you so much. Oh
Welcome.
my gosh. This has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, guys, we have these episodes every Monday and every Friday. Please join us again. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
This one